Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we're going to compare and then rank 11 fragrances from one of the fragrance world's powerhouses, Creed. We were so happy to receive Creed's now sold out collector's coffret. It contains 15 sample sizes of Creed's most iconic and famous scents. That being said, Creed has not sponsored us for this video. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you might know that we've previously looked at some of Creed's expensive bottles to know if they're worth it. Check out that video here. Now, unless you're willing to spend a huge sum of money or spend over 2 hours hovering at the fragrance counter of your local department store, it's very rare to be able to smell so many of Creed's amazing fragrances side by side. Now, 4 of the scents in this set are made with the female wearer in mind, so that gives us an impressive 11 scents to compare and rank. And going by the prices on Creed's website, buying even the smallest sizes of these 11 scents would set you back $3,900. Thank goodness for sample sizes. Overall, we do think that Creed makes great colognes. But once we compare them, how will the classics stand up to the newer and more unique scents in their lineup? Our HQ team ranked and compared all of the 11 scents. We've just about got full use of our noses back. Almost. Now, rather than going with letter grades like we've done in previous ranking videos, we're going to simply rank these from least favorite to most favorite. As we go through our rankings, we'll give you the official word from Creed first, so you know exactly what they were aiming for with each of the fragrances. Without further ado, here are our results. And in the 11th place, Viking. Launched in 2017, Viking was the first major men's scent to be released since the best-selling Aventus from 2010, and it's achieved a UK GQ Grooming Award for Best Limited Fragrance. Creed frames the scent as a symbol of voyage and undeniable perseverance. The aim of Viking is to capture the success, power, and spirit of skilled seamen of the 9th century, with Iceland serving as Olivier Creed's inspiration for this powerful men's fragrance. Top notes include bergamot, lemon, orange, peppermint, pink peppercorn, and absinthe. Heart notes include allspice, clove, jasmine, lavender absolute, orris butter, and rose. Base notes include cedarwood, tonka bean, vetiver, and white musk. We all agree that this is not a subtle fragrance. Powerful is something we all agreed with. Great at the first whiff, but then the complexity fades quickly. Most of us missed the lighter citrus and floral top notes, and we felt the spice and woods came through the most clearly and intensely. The spicy and cedar base notes remain, so it quickly becomes a very intense and one-note fragrance. And we were split on if this should be a day or night fragrance. And that's not really a challenge you want when selecting your fragrance at the beginning of the day. And in terms of wearability, we lean toward cool and cold seasons, including spring, fall, and winter. And in 10th place, Original Vetiver. In 2004, master perfumer Olivier Creed challenged the notion of vetiver used in perfumery with his creation of Original Vetiver. Creed says the result is a captivatingly fresh yet warming fragrance. The scent is meant to evoke an endless sunshine that bathes the legendary landscapes on the south of France in summer. Intended to be sophisticated and romantic, Original Vetiver bottles a captivating atmosphere and an irresistible allure of the fresh outdoors. Top notes include ginger, green notes, and lemon. Heart notes include vetiver, fresh floral, coriander, and cypress. Base notes include white musk, cedarwood, and guaiac wood. The scent smelled like an old-school take on a fresh scent. I found that it was timeless. Cedar, vetiver, grass, and clove came through very strong for all of us, all of which are tried and tested fragrances, while some of the team thought it was quite a flat scent overall. Preston said it smelled like a hospital dam. Definitely not an alluring scent. Otherwise, I got interesting feedback, as it was a cold weather, day wear suggestion, even though its marketing would have you think it would be a warm weather scent. Next, in 9th place, Spice and Wood. Spice and Wood celebrates the classic allure of the tall, dark, and handsome. Creed leads heavily into marketing this as a gentleman's scent by painting a picture of the type of man who would wear spice and wood. As tenacious as he is courteous, the true gentleman acts with vigor, sophistication, and a sense of cutting-edge style. Irresistible, seductive, those around him are drawn to his refined yet unmistakable power. Man, what is it with these Creed descriptions? Top notes include pink berries and bergamot. Heart notes include Jamaican pepper, angelica root orris, patchouli, and clove. Base notes include cedarwood, vetiver musk, and birch. This one was 9 of 11. We weren't big fans, though none of us gave it the highest or lowest ranking, so it wasn't as polarizing as other scents in this lineup. This scent is very spicy. Interestingly, Most of the team thought that Spice and Wood was more approachable than Royal Oud, even though it ranked lower. Overall, we all felt that it aged poorly, being too cedar heavy on the remaining notes, and no one wants to smell like a plank of wood all day. And in 8th place, Original Santal, intended to capture the passion and grandeur of India. Original Santal is reminiscent of sultry, humid evenings and horizons painted and magnificent sunset. The scent is designed to be equally powerful and masculine, as it is sweet, warm, and daring, with a distinctive spice and warmth coming from the essence of the royal sandalwood tree. In Creed's own words, this fragrance is designed to infatuate and leave a lasting memory of the wearer. Top notes include ginger, juniper berries, bergamot, rosemary, coriander, and mandarin. Heart notes include lavender, geranium, orange blossom, and sandalwood. Base notes include oak moss, musk, tonka bean, and cedar wood. Our initial impressions were to describe the scent as old school. Effectively, it's like a less aggressive version of Royal Oud. It's still warm and mature, with a much reduced intensity. That being said, we all felt it was very well-rounded, even though it fell flat in the base notes. Even though we all agreed on those general points, this was actually quite polarizing for all of us. Some loved it, while some did not like it. The atmosphere in the room was almost as intense as the smell of all of those fragrances. In summary, we all felt like this was a traditional choice for winter, nighttime wear. And in 7th place, Silver Mountain Water, an invigorating breeze of fresh, icy mountain air. Silver Mountain Water is inspired by the beauty of Switzerland and the breathtaking alpine region. This fragrance captures the essence of crystal clear alpine waters descending over frosted rock face, whilst retaining the comfort of a warm and plush jacket. Wonder if they're talking about a Montclair jacket, or maybe a Canada Goose one. A contemporary unisex scent. Silver Mountain Water has been designed to balance crisp and sharp citric notes with warming sweet blackcurrant and charming musk. Top notes include bergamot, blackcurrant, galbanum, and orange. Heart notes include tea and ozonic accord. Base notes include sandalwood and musk. Our scent notes: lilac with heavy flowers. We also felt that it was good for spring. And in 6th place, Virgin Island Water. Virgin Island Water emulates a sailing trip across the Caribbean waters, taking inspiration from his own love of the ocean, sailing, and traveling to spectacular destinations. Olivier Creed captures dazzling tropics, clear blue sea, and warm Caribbean air in this fresh, crisp, and exotic fragrance, bursting with fruity citrus, floral summer blooms, fresh coconut, and tropical woods. Virgin Island Water has been created to transport you to a sun-drenched paradise getaway. Top notes include bergamot, lime, and tropical fruits. Heart notes include coconut milk, coconut water, jasmine, and white flowers. Base notes include tonka bean and white musk. And our scent notes: probably one of the most unique scents in this entire lineup. Honestly, we're a bit surprised that this ranked so highly, even though it's in the middle of the group, as based on the description alone, this feels like it's a very niche fragrance. I think that speaks to how intense some of the more traditional and masculine scents are, like Spice and Wood, Original Santal, and Viking, and how polarizing that family of scents is. Either you like it, or you don't. The most important observation is the strong, sweet coconut notes. They become the most prominent note over a long wear. Of course, coconut is heavily used in cocktails, but it's also reminiscent of sunscreen. We're honestly not sure if either of those is a good thing. We're not sure you need to pay over $300 to smell like a pina colada, but some of us thought this would be a great tropical vacation or beach wedding scent. Definitely not one for the office. And in 5th place, Royal Oud. Oud is one of perfumery's greatest spiritual treasures, and Royal Oud is Creed's unique and modern twist to classic oud fragrances. Taking inspiration from Persian palace architecture, Olivier Creed uses the finest ingredients from around the globe to create a silky smooth, refined, and daring scent for both ladies and gentlemen alike. Top notes include pink pepper, lime, bergamot, and galbanum. Heart notes include angelica seed, cedarwood, cardamom, and clove. Base notes include musk, ambergris, frankincense, gaiac wood, and oud of Vietnam. Okay, so another unisex fragrance here, and Royal Oud is an intense one. If you don't like strong scents, steer clear. This scent also came across as very old school, but in a good way. We described it as dark, heavy, woody, and bold, like whiskey and a cigar in a cedar-lined closet in a bottle. There's a touch of sweetness to the scent, and we found this one to be very long-lasting. We all agreed it's a nighttime, cold season scent, ultimately being far too intense for the office. And in fourth place, Aventus. Launched in 2010 to mark Creed's 250th anniversary. Aventus is inspired by an emperor's theatrical life who fought fearlessly. The fragrance serves as an homage to iconic leaders, such as Alexander the Great and Napoleon Bonaparte. Bottling success and charm, Creed considers Aventus to be perfect for the sophisticated and modern man, maintaining its title of the most successful fragrance in Creed's history. This famous scent has been worn by discerning gentlemen for over a decade. Top notes include lemon, pink pepper, apple, bergamot, and blackcurrant. Heart notes include pineapple, jasmine, and patchouli of Indonesia. Base notes include birch, ambergris, cedarwood, oak moss, and musk. We certainly understand why it's a bestseller. It's a broadly appealing classic scent. We find the main scents to be spicy woods with fresh notes, grass, and citrus. Overall, this is a sweeter scent, which lasted between 2 and 3 days for some of us. We all felt that it was a great all-around scent that didn't need a specific time of day or season to be worn, but the freshness made us lean toward warmer weather and daytime. Our only criticism is that the scent did feel a bit generic, but that might simply be because so many scents are trying to copy it. And in third place, Millesime Imperial. A milestone in Creed history, Millesime Imperial marks the House Perfumery's 150-year anniversary since its establishment in Paris. Relocated at the request of Napoleon III and Empress Eugenie, Creed has savored a long and rich history to the elite, including the imperial courts of Europe. Paying homage to Creed's royal and influential clientele, this fresh and stylish scent captures warm and sparkling notes richly layered with a sophisticated base. Top notes include bergamot, blackcurrant, and violet leaves. Heart notes include orris and marine accord. Base notes include cedarwood, musk, and sandalwood. This is a top 3 favorite for Nathan, but I got high marks from all of us. Nathan was just especially vocal about it. We found the notes to be herby, floral, with citrus notes coming through. Definitely a light scent, but borderline too light. As this is a blended scent, there isn't one strong top note that dominates, making this a very approachable, elegant, almost unisex fragrance in its profile. We felt it was a great daytime scent for warmer seasons, or just for men who want something fresh and light, no matter the occasion, season, or time of day. Our only criticism is that it doesn't last long, though we know others have found otherwise. In second place, Aventus Cologne. Aventus Cologne is the latest addition to Creed's men's fragrance collection. Completing the Aventus family, this is a modern and urban-spirited eau de parfum. Aventus Cologne takes its inspiration from a refreshing and uplifting cologne, exuding style, success, grit, and vigor. Aventus Cologne provides a fresh burst of modernity to a eau de parfum. With Aventus Cologne, I was inspired to create a new legend, a fresher, modern complement that would create an olfactive experience entirely of its own. A quote by Olivier Creed. Top notes include pink pepper, rose pepper, ginger, and mandarin. Heart notes include vetiver, patchouli, and pineapple. Base notes include birch, styrax, and musk. Naturally, we compared this scent to Aventus, almost more than any other scent in this lineup. Most of us noted more citrus and woody notes than the original. It has a very similar appeal to Aventus, but with a drawn-out sweetness and a bit more warmth. Overall, it's a great, highly versatile scent that would work with any season or time of day, making the scent a great investment if you want something maximally versatile for your dollar. And in first place, undisputed top rank, Green Irish Tweed, crafted after Olivier's uncle's time at the Linton Tweed Mill. Green Irish Tweed pays homage to the Creed family's couture heritage, painting a picture of sweet meadows coated in frosty morning dew. Green Irish Tweed offers the perfect dose of nostalgia. This classic men's fragrance encapsulates the essence of an exclusive countryside estate, where hip flasks and horseback riding through the lush countryside were once custom. Green Irish Tweed offers the definitive touch, akin to a perfectly tailored riding outfit or the finest tweed suit, with notes that resemble earthy tones of luxurious hand-woven yarns. This fragrance explores the nature and craftsmanship that is associated with the English-based mill. Top notes include peppermint, verbena lemon, bergamot, and galbanum. Heart notes include geranium of Egypt, lavender, and violet. Base notes include sandalwood, cedarwood, ambergris, and oak moss. It should come as no surprise that we all agreed Green Irish Tweed is the home run of this lineup. It's woody but fresh, clean, classic, with floral notes. A well-balanced profile between fresh and warm scents in this grouping, which ensures it's not overpowering but has great presence. Overall, it lasts all day on the skin, and it smells great on everyone. And we believe it's totally worth the investment. In the end, it turns out that famous colognes are famous for a reason. These really are some of the best scents out there. Now, what did you think of our ranking? Have you sampled of any of Creed's scents before? Or perhaps you own a couple and would rank them differently? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Even though the collector's coffre is sold out, you can still create your own customizable sampler of 3 scents on Creed's website for $39. It's undoubtedly pricey for a few samples, but then again, it's probably better than spending $300 to $400 per bottle of cologne. See, we always try to sniff out a bargain for you. And today I'm wearing a navy blue jacket, blue and white striped shirt, with a Fort Belvedere pocket square with green notes that complement the green trousers that I'm wearing, brown dress shoes, and Fort Belvedere socks.